Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
I love Batman.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of We Are the Night. the Batman. The final episode of Miller Mayhem.
I could do this all day.
Hey-oh. That's what All-Star Batman said. Anyway, I am Phil.
Your mother's a whore!
Anyway, I'm Phil. Joining me, as always, she will paint herself yellow and beat a man down. It is.
Hey, y'all, it's a little okay. I don't know about all that. You don't know about all that.
It was how Jordan she would. Anyway. That's right, kids. We're wrapping up Miller May with a review of the final two issues of All-Star Batman and Robin, because they wouldn't let him do any more. All-Star Batman and Robin 9 and 10.
Because he got his money and said, F you. I'm almost positive that's what happened.
Oh, you think so? I don't know. I have no clue. I always figured, I'm like, they cut him off at 10.
No, because I'm pretty sure they paid for 12. I'm pretty sure.
Then how does he get away with that? Is it just saying F you, I'm only doing 10?
That's what it is. How did Kevin Smith get away?
Well, at least like with his Batman miniseries, at least he finished the one or two.
One? No, he didn't finish one. Let's be real.
What?
There was more. They just gave up dealing with him.
Well, there's 3, but he did 2 because he.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh, widening gyre. So, yes, quick turnaround so we don't have any new Bat books this week. And Lilith just went, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. Miracles do happen every now and then.
Oh, did you go to the comic shop? Did you go for free comic book day?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And she's like, no, Batman.
I mean, no, we can talk about just free comic book day later at the end. If
Okay.
You want. I got some thoughts.
Oh my, okay. I like it. All I know is I didn't see a lot of people talking about it online like they usually are.
Again, I have thoughts here.
All right, so should we jump into these issues?
Go for Bernie.
Make it happen, Captain. All right. Hold on, I got like 20 screens open. All right. All-Star Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder, number 9 from April 2008. Oh, Lord. Didn't we start this thing like 2 years ago? And we're at number 9. Episode 9. All right. Of course, the reason we're here, kids. Writer, Frank.
Your mother's a whore!
Miller. Penciler, Jim. I want to bang that artwork, Lee. Inker, Scott Williams. Colors, Alex Sinclair. Letterer, Jared K. Fletcher. And editors, Bob Schreck and Brandon Montclair.
Montclair and Schreck. Yep.
This would never have happened under Denny's run.
I mean, sometimes he went on vacation, as we saw with Minch. So, you know, when Diddy was away, and the cats definitely played.
Oh, he did let him do year 1 too. So I mean, not like
it wasn't kind of a let. It was more of a, hey, this guy, we could probably make a lot of money.
Well, it was after Dark Knight Returns too, so they're like, oh yeah, let Miller come back.
Exactly. So, you know, money talks and you know what walks. So, I mean, he was on a streak undeniably for a long time.
We need the money, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah. Mid to late 80s. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then times changed and he didn't. So, here we are. Not making fun, but just making astute observations with our developed prefrontal cortexes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty much just what it is.
Oh, so what are you saying?
I enjoyed it as a kid. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But I liked, I liked Hardboiled Detective. Like I said, I love early Batman. Like, Batman in the beginning, like, yeah. I like that Batman. I tell you that like all the time.
Dropping guy.
Of course, Frank Miller was up my alley at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's just like, ooh, woof.
Batman just accidentally dropping guys into acid and stuff, yeah.
I'm a walking red flag if I tell people I like this in 2023.
All right, so Batman. Oh God, Batman covered in yellow paint and Green Lantern are in a heated argument as Robin is busy painting the room yellow. Batman sits down and...
You're supposed to paint the town red, dummy. With your enemy's blood.
Yeah, but it's Hal Jordan.
I, of course, love Hal
I
Jordan.
know. Justice for Kilowog. Oh my God. I was having a conversation at the comic book store, and my friend who always gets Green Lantern and Green said, "Hey, here's a Green Lantern book," and I was like, "I don't like Green Lantern. I like Green Arrow." They're like, "You're gonna like Green Lantern." And I'm like, I looked at the cover. I was like, "Not with Hal Jordan. I'm not." Justice for Kilowog. And it's like, "Yeah, Justice for Kilowog." And I'm like, "Don't forget Chip." And everybody's like, "Yeah, Chip."
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Yeah, Hal Jordan's fallen out of favor almost as much as Frank Miller these days. So.
Oh, that's pretty sad because he got a new #1 coming up here. Well, him and Jon Stewart are sharing a book, but yeah.
Yeah, they shouldn't have to share. But listen, if all those Spider-Man books, irrelevant Spider-Man books can happen, we can have 2 Green Lantern books. That's all I'm saying.
That was the original plan, so I don't know if they just chickened out or what.
I think Jon Stewart would sell better than Hal Jordan at this point, unfortunately. But not after Beware My...
Yeah. I think that animated movie damaged Jon Stewart's brand.
Like I said, I'm trying to give the Tomorrowverse the benefit of the doubt because they are putting Superman first and foremost and in front.
Which is as they should.
Exactly. That should be a given. That shouldn't be like, oh, you get cookie and brownie points for this. Well, so I'm trying really hard, but A, the animation style is just really not up my alley. And B, the stories are kind of silly and nonsensical.
Yeah. You know what? I haven't watched that yet. I got to sit down and watch that.
Some of them are good. Like the one about the Legion is pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a little changed around, and squint if you miss it. Like they've changed some things.
Yeah.
For the most part, that one was pretty okay.
I was thinking about maybe just sitting down and watching is the Superman one the first one and just giving it a shot. See if I like that one.
All the way through. Yeah, if you got a week and a kill. Like, because nobody's really talking about those too much. Like, I looked on YouTube and I was like, oh, that came out?
No, I barely even see any ads even in, like, DC comics and stuff because it's like...
I don't think they're too proud of the Tomorrowverse, unfortunately.
I don't know.
But because they're putting Superman first, I'm going to try. And I'm going to try to remember to talk more about it.
Yeah, I got to check it out. Because every time I go in a store, I swear I see a new one. And I'm like, oh, that's out? I'm like...
Exactly.
I'm like, I didn't know that existed,
That's kind of the problem with, like, straight to D and the streaming world, Like, it should be at least streaming on HBO Max after, like, 90 days for, like, a limited weekend or something. Like, you would think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, did you watch the Super Sons one?
I did. It was okay.
Oh, you liked that? Okay, because I was going to say that was Jeremy Adams when I talked to. So I was going to say one day I could possibly get an interview with him about it if you wanted.
Oh, yeah. Watch it first and let me know.
Okay.
I think it was pretty cool.
Okay.
I mean, it's... Of course, as always with all adaptations, it's a little wonky, but it's still cute. I think it's cute.
So I know
it's a good introduction.
Yeah, because when I talked to him, about his Flash, he's writing the Flash until almost. Oh, did you see he? Of course, he's going to be writing the new Hal Jordan book. But those kids, they announced 3 JSA solo miniseries, and he's going to be writing the Jay Garrick one.
Cool.
So.
We got our eye on him. Now he's got my eyes on him.
Mm-hmm. So don't
disappoint me or JWS, I'll tell you what.
I mean, I liked his Wally West, so.
Yeah, and Wally's kind of a hard character to nail down, as we learned when we were going through those flashbacks.
I mean, he wrote a little bit of Jay Garrick, like in the 1 Minute War, so it's like, I mean, there was...
Jay Garrick, you don't really have much to really work with, and I think he does need a modern interpretation for sure.
Yeah. And the Alan Scott one's going to be interesting because, I mean, that's going to be the first time Alan... They're like, it's the first time Alan's had his own solo since, like, 1949.
Yeah. And, with the whole...
Yeah, I was going to say...
retcon, but the additional stuff to his backstory.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if they actually have the guts to kind of go with it because he does have kids. So...
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, are they actually going to...
Because that's a lot to address.
Are they...
it was the times. People were...
In the closet
back then, but they had to hide it.
In the closet,
yeah. So I don't know. I think that would be really cool because he is a really important character. Not to say that Tim Drake isn't an important character or any of the other like LGBT, but like that's like foundational. You know what I mean? So I'm really curious about that.
But again, I mean, it's like Tim Drake's, of a different generation. Alan Scott was
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of eggshells to be tiptoed.
Oh yeah.
I feel so inclined to actually address it. So.
Yeah.
I hope they do. I think it's cool because I always felt like it was kind of just like a gag because like you're never gonna have a book with him in it, you know. So like, what was the point of giving him that backstory? All
Exactly.
So now I'm curious to see if they're gonna follow up on it, and if they do, it'll be a good step in the right direction if done well. So fingers crossed.
Yes.
So back to this damn Frank Miller mayhem. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right. So Batman's painted yellow, yelling at Hal Jordan. Robin's painting the room yellow. Batman sits down and sips on lemonade while Green Lantern is yelling at him. Jeez.
As you do.
So even the drink is yellow.
Don't piss on me and call it lemonade.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I'm surprised. Like, it's a Frank Miller book. I'm surprised that.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm surprised.
I can't say fetish.
Or maybe they wanted to, and DC was like, no, you can't do that. He tells him that he's putting people in danger. Batman defends himself by saying he's supposed to scare people. That's why he's dressed as a bat. Duh.
The bats are so cute and cuddly. No, have you like the little even those really giant big bats? Like if you look at their face, they're so sweet. They're just air puppies, man.
Yeah.
Bats really don't bother you unless you bother them.
Oh yeah.
But they're really sweet. Like those little vampire bats, those little fruit bats, they're cute. But I am a 90s child, so Fern Gully taught me it's okay to like bats because of Robert Williams, so I blame him. Green Lantern gets mad and throws punches at him. What is this? Green Lantern Rebirth? I was gonna say.
Oh my god, I should play.
Hey Ray, you want the panel?
I should play you and the audience that feedback he left me for Green Lantern for that page. It's like 1 minute and 15 seconds, and he is giddy.
I mean, he had it coming.
I know. Then Green Lantern points to Robin, saying he kidnapped Dick Grayson and dressed him up as his sidekick.
He's not wrong.
Well,
He's
yeah,
not wrong.
All-Star Batman Robin, he's dead on.
It's like, ooh, just because you lampshade it doesn't make it okay.
I know.
I was like, he had like a moment of post-nut clarity there on that one.
Oh my. Wait for Batman. You kidnapped a boy, oh yeah? Well.
Your mother's a whore!
At least he's a boy and I'm not touching him inappropriately, Jordan.
Well, according to the Comics Code, maybe he was.
Wow. Okay, Frederick Wortham.
Kristen's arch nemesis. we have like the Dino and Bendis. She has that guy.
Diggity dank.
So funny.
Oh my lord. Oh my god, go on Facebook today. Oh my god, she's so cute and innocent. You know, she's like, when it's Free Comic Book Day and Kentucky Derby Day, she's wearing like a DC Comics like skirt and stuff. And
oh yeah, it was Derby Day today, wasn't it?
I guess.
It was so much going on. Like this week was so bad. It was like May the 4th, right? And then followed by Cinco de Mayo, followed by Free Comic Book Day, and then like Mother's Day is like right around the corner.
Yeah, next week. Yeah.
It's a lot going on in the first 2 weeks of May, man.
Yeah, I know. Cinco de Mayo.
Shockingly sober yesterday. Shockingly sober.
Really?
I had to get up and drive them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Comics and Funkos will, I guess, top alcohol in the Hellfire's world.
Like, honestly, can we be... like I said, I'll talk about Free Comic Book Day the day I had today, but I got thoughts.
We'll get to that at the end. Batman denies that Robin is Dick Grayson, but Green Lantern refuses to believe him. Robin says he is to confuse him, but it just makes him more mad. He then...
Because he's got a fragile little brain, that Hal Jordan.
Oh, my...
Sorry, Will.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
He's, you know, it's this Frank Miller has warped my fragile little mind. Jeez.
I'll be the idiot.
That's Hal Jordan.
On that note,
this Hal Jordan here, see?
a sexually adventurous freak.
Agreed. I concur.
Robin stops him by showing he has his ring. Green Lantern tries to get his ring back, but Robin...
I was like, what is this thing? That animated movie where he's like, what is that? I guess it takes a lot of concentration. He, like, literally just steals the ring off his face.
I know. It's like a little kid. I'm going, your nose!
Pull my finger.
Oh my!
It's Frank Miller. Come on.
Oh, true.
It's not
True.
I never understood that joke though.
What?
You're supposed to? Are you supposed to fart, or like is that the thing?
Yeah. It's like, oh, you pulled my finger and made me fart. I don't know. I love Lilith trying to get like logic from the pull my finger joke.
I know it's a fart joke, but like I'm a student of comedy, so it's just kind of like okay.
Ah, I farted on you.
Queef sisters.
What? Hey, buddy.
Not your buddy, pal.
We were talking about South Park at work the other day. We're like, oh, they're messed up. Then we were talking about that Prince William and Kate again, the episode.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Last
want
one was the toilet paper conspiracy. I think they're onto something, and then I hope they don't come up missing. But I think they're onto something.
We want our privacy.
A blue penis.
Oh my God, rubbing it on the window. No, the best is when he opens up her head and she all saying, hello.
No thoughts, just vibes, bro.
I can see Lil through now with a date. Hello, is anyone in there? No, no, good. Everything downstairs. Very good.
I blame Frank Miller.
Your mother's a whore, now do me.
Puma, Jerry. Puma.
Green Lantern tries to get his ring back, but Robin fights back and hits him with a move that almost kills him.
Damn, bro. He almost got soloed by Robin. He hates him almost as much as he hates Batman.
He almost got murdered by an unarmed 12-year-old. Batman gets mad at Robin and throws him into a wall. Frank Miller.
No, but for real, we all know Alfred was abusive to Bruce. Bruce was abusive to Dick, and that's why Dick's such a nice guy. And that's why he tried to take Damon under his wing so that's Bruce is a bad guy.
No, Alfred abused Bruce, and now Bruce abuses the criminals of Gotham.
Well, that too. That's disgusting.
Meanwhile, Joker's...
I mean,
Meanwhile,
the love of his life is Catwoman, the dominatrix, with a whip. Yeah, I'm just saying. It's clear. The subtext is there, my friend.
And meanwhile, Joker's like, abuse me. Batman takes his mask off, revealing to Dick that Batman is Bruce Wayne. Batman, along with Robin, manages to save Green Lantern long enough for an ambulance to come. Batman and Robin set off. Batman blames himself for Robin's actions, saying he didn't give him time to grieve over his parents' deaths, so he takes him to their graves.
He's like, I'll tell you what, I'll dig your parents up and put them right next to mine, kid. How about that?
Oh, jeez. Yeah. You know what? You want him the rest of the afterlife? I'll put my dad on top of your mom and your mom on top of my dad. Yeah, see?
Oh, God. A Frank Miller production.
A necro orgy, if you will, kids. Yeah. Brought to you by the minds that brought you such messages as...
Your mother's a whore!
And of course, this issue gives special thanks to Brian Azzarello.
Okay.
The modern Frank Miller.
No. We don't bad talk Brian Azzarello in this house.
Oh, we must go to that comic shop in Florida, I say. Nah.
No.
Oh, did they learn their lesson with this issue? Because the variant cover isn't by Frank Miller, it's by Neil Adams.
Yeah.
They learned their lesson.
Well, I don't know if it's true, but I think he didn't have time to do the variants for this one.
Okay.
Or he was sick of doing the variants or something. And I learned something very interesting today. Like, I don't know why this just did never cross my mind, even like in my ripe big old age, you know? I was today years old. I was talking to one of the comic book artists, and I go, it was for like Black Radiant. And it was just like, he had it on the table, and I'm like, I'm sorry, like, I'm a huge fan of this book. I don't recognize your name in this book. And he's like, I just did the variant cover. And so I started talking about the book. It's like, no, I don't read the book.
Wait, he said that?
Yeah, he said, I just got I just had, they asked me to do the variant cover. So, I always just assumed that, like, when they do variant covers, like, a lot, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but...
like, they're interested in the property. I don't know. Like, that's just one of those things that just kind of blew my mind today. But, like, I'll talk about it more, but like that's one of the things I was just like, oh, I never really thought about it. Like I think because like, well, the book, the way that we grew up when, you know what I mean, reading comics and stuff, like everybody was a fan of everybody. Everybody was friends with everybody.
Yeah.
And it's just not like that anymore. It just dawned on me how old I felt at that moment.
And especially if you're doing a lot of work, you might not have time to read it. But so yeah, I mean, I guess it's true. It's like as long as you have, you know what the character looks like, you really don't have to read the book. You know.
Yeah, like it just dawned on me. So like
Yeah.
you know, they're artists. You know, at the end of the day, you know, like a lot of them are starving and they just do the work. But it just dawned on me that like how much the industry has changed. And
too, it really doesn't matter too because it's like half those variants a lot of times they have nothing to do with what's inside the book anyway.
Well, this one actually did have something.
Okay.
It was the latest.
Okay.
One of the latest variant covers for Radiant Black. My favorite, by the way, variant cover for Radiant Black is the one that isn't it like the Blacklight one or whatever? That one's really.
Oh
cool.
yeah. I didn't see it because I know my guy said there was one, but yeah.
I have 2 of them.
Oh really?
One day when I meet Kyle, there's a Power Rangers issue I need signed, and that's the Radiant Black issue I'm gonna have signed.
Oh. But let me guess, you have the variant for this issue because it is Dick Grayson has Hal Jordan in a chokehold.
Yes, of course. If I can make it into a poster, I would, my friend. Actually, I probably could. I'm just.
Lilith would
I
walk.
actually have it. Like, if I move back, I have like printer, the big like industrial printer thing. I haven't used. I bought it on a whim.
Lilith's like,
one of those Amazon Prime Day sales. And I just bought it.
Lilith would wallpaper her house with it.
No. It's much better artwork to paper your house.
Oh yeah.
My stuff would obviously be by Alex Ross. Obviously.
I mean, I know this is modern comics, but it's like, and this book isn't coming out with any regular frequencies. But we do a whole issue of this Hal Jordan like confrontation. Really?
Told you he was losing steam, and it was a big F you.
I guess, but again, I'm always like, is that like modern comics?
Like, who else do I hate? Who else can I poo poo on and pee pee on? Hal Jordan, punchable face, Hal Jordan.
What? I just wonder.
Even I feel bad for Hal Jordan in this issue.
I know. Why?
I mean, the Robin thing, God.
I know, and I wonder if, like, eventually he would have had him confront all the League. Like if we had gotten in issue 12, would he have confronted like Wonder Woman or Superman or something?
Yeah, probably.
Or
he'd have probably tried to get in on an orgy with those two.
Oh my! And cuckold Superman. Is that what we're saying?
If the cake fits.
Oh my!
Slow down. We need this for drops.
In true sidekick lunatic fashion.
5 inches, maybe.
Whoa! Those live reads are the gifts that keep on.
Oh yeah, see, the Quantum Zone, if nothing else, gave me so many live reads.
You should have let me edit more of those. I would have found a lot more gems. You were just passing by them. I'm like, wait.
It's got to be longer. I need a full length one.
Exactly. That's what Frank Miller said.
That's how
Sin City came to be, kids.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
Oh no, it's a Frank Miller book. They totally. You cannot use that logic here.
Oh yeah.
He goes limp in my grip.
Cause your mother's a whore. Your mother's a whore. And your father's a cook.
A cook. Oh my.
Sex on the mind. Exciting times to be a pimp.
This episode brought to you by
The Hard Master.
No, it's brought to you by Into the Dark Knight.
All to do with Batman.
Into the Dark Knight. All to do with Batman.
Ray's not gonna hear this.
Oh my god, how funny would that have been if we would have named the show that and I was like, we're like, oh, thank you, Ray. You birthed a Batman
party. One of these days I'm just gonna do a one-off and it's gonna be like Into the Dark Knight. All to do with Batman, and I'm just gonna roast the hell out of Batman.
Look how big it is.
Be like, you remember when they said Dick Grayson was better than Batman? Well, they weren't wrong.
Tricky Dicky.
All right, should we get to issue 10, the last issue?
Yes, the penultimate episode. The issue was a flop. I just have to say it was an absolute flop.
What, 10?
9. The penultimate.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, they didn't know it was going to be the penultimate, I guess, but yeah. Because it's all right. Issue 10. I mean, it seems like it's almost like like the first part of a new arc, and it's like, well, but nothing.
I'm gonna give you blue balls because your mother's a whore.
Wow.
It was just a really nice package.
All-Star Batman Robin, the Boy Wonder, number 10, August 2008.
Yeah, something had to happen because Frank doesn't have a variant on.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, yeah, that ain't Frank Miller. Is that Quitely? Let me see. Yeah, but yeah, it's not Frank Miller. So yeah, he either ran out of time or something.
Yeah, something happened. I'm telling you, something happened. I'm starting to put together this timeline. I have to say allegedly, but I'm pretty sure.
The last two issues we got, he didn't get a variant, and all of a sudden it's over. Yeah, something happened. All right, so yes, kids, for a lot. Oh yeah, cover variant Frank Quitely and Alex Sinclair.
Oh, and if Ray does happen to be hate listening, Black Canary does show up in this.
That's right.
Because Ray likes it hard. Ray likes it in fishnets.
Oh, that's a good one.
Don't get fingered.
Or stripes in the case of Tiger.
How hard is it?
Episode 10, of course, for the last time, kids, writer Frank.
Your mother's a whore!
Miller. Penciler Jim. Woohoo, look at that artwork, Lee. Inker Scott Will. Look at the artwork on that broad. Inker Scott Williams, colorist Alex Sinclair, letterer Jared K. Fletcher, and editors Brandon Montclair and Bob Schreck. James Gordon is on the docks talking about Batman, saying that a cop found an injured Catwoman in an alley, and she told him to give a note to Batman. He then walks away. Unbeknownst to him, Batman and Robin are under the docks, hearing his entire conversation. Batman and Robin then head into the sewers and hop on a train to find Catwoman. They find her unconscious and covered in blood. Batman confronts her while Robin calls Alfred to have a chopper come pick them up.
Get to the chopper.
Meanwhile, Batgirl was skateboarding through town, beating up thugs until the police catch her and arrest her. Black Canary is in the Black Canary bar and burns her money, thus causing a fire, killing all the unconscious men inside. Who is this little hellfire? Oh no, she wouldn't burn money. I mean, she lived.
Yeah.
She would leave the men to die, but she ain't burning money. Yeah.
I don't have to save you.
You need the money, gimme. Like I don't feel like they went in deep enough.
Well, it is a Frank Miller story. There's just surface level sometimes. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's not.
Eyeballs and penises. I hold them in my hand.
He just perplexes me. Like Frank Miller perplexes me. I just don't know what to make of it. I really don't.
So this episode, every broad's either beaten up or burning the house down.
Your mother's a whore.
She rides off on her motorcycle. Gordon then finds out his daughter is in prison and his wife is in the hospital because of a drunk driving
accident.
accident.
Getting it on all sides of this issue. I'll tell you
Your
what.
mother's a whore.
You get her fridge and you get her fridge.
Oh my god! I remember reading this issue the first time. I'm like, oh my god! So when she's on the motorcycle, when is like the semi gonna like hit Black Canary or something? Because it seems like every other woman's getting it. There's that issue.
Your mother's a whore.
That's right, kids. Turn the page.
Your mother's a whore.
Gordon visits his wife and then his daughter. His daughter shocks him by saying he should call Sarah. The comic ends with him calling Sarah.
So anticlimactic.
I know, and that's it, kids. That's all we ever got.
That's it. That's all he wrote, kids.
Is that
Some
it?
said he's still bleeding. Catwoman's bleeding out on that train.
Or did Frank Miller like pull a double cross? They're like, okay, that's my happy ending. Catwoman's almost beaten to death. Barbara Gordon's in prison.
Your mother's a whore.
Black Canary burns down the bar and rides off with the money.
I mean, that's a happy ending in my eyes, but everybody else's sucks.
Because she double-crossed Batman and everyone else in town.
Your mother's a whore.
Well, Black Canary's mom was kind of, but that's none of my business. We don't slut shame in this house, so.
Well, Frank Miller, Black Canary. I mean, come on.
Can't canonically, yeah, Black Canary's mom is kind of a whore. I'm just saying.
Wow!
Your mother's a whore.
No bigger than Oliver Queen, though. So.
And again, okay. I mean, and in the All-Star Batman Robin, do we definitively know Black Canary is a hero? I mean, she was beating up some men, and she took some money here, but it's like do we have
an anti-hero? In my personal opinion, in this universe, Black Canary is an anti-hero. So
pretty much. I mean, she could have been a straight up.
She makes her own rules.
I know, but it's again, we got no depth, so we don't even know. She could be a straight up villain, but it's like she's beating up and robbing other criminals. That's all. Yeah. Again, even the main characters, Batman and Robin, I don't think we didn't go in deep enough.
Definitely not heroes, my friend.
No.
I don't know how to break it to you.
Is there any hero in this? No.
No. Because it's a Frank Miller world.
Your mother's a whore.
There are Frank Miller. There are no heroes, and
Your mother's a whore.
Oh, allegedly there was a misprint in this book. Okay. Is that what they're calling it?
what's the misprint? Is that in the notes here? Oh wait. Following previous delays in issue releases and the expectation of more to come following this issue, the series ends here. This issue itself met with several delays due to a misprint in the first printing of the book, which required a recall. I think that was the when they were trying to put the bar over the bad words. Further issues arose when there was a misprint in the barcodes requiring retailers to download the correct one from the internet. Though a follow-up series meant to complete the story was promised for a 2011 release, this did not happen, and Miller was quoted as having only just begun working with
Some say Jim Lee's still waiting on that script.
Miller was quoted as having only just begun working with Jim Lee on the project in 2015.
We might get it in another 2025, maybe.
Oh my god! Oh my! Until like Frank Miller will release it on his deathbed or something.
Much like George R.R. Martin in Game of Thrones. I don't think it's gonna happen, kids. You gotta make your own endings. You better read that fanfic and cherish it, man. Cherish it.
At this point, Frank Miller's like, "Why didn't you want a sequel? Black Canary's all saggy by now."
Your mother's a whore.
Or she could be Black Canary 1 and has a kid by now.
Oh god! Now it's Dick Grayson banging the daughter on the docks. Oh god!
Yeah. Brings it full circle. Some would say super connected.
Oh my!
Talk about super connected.
I was gonna say if they aged this in real time, could you imagine Barbara Gordon did like 15 years in prison, gets out?
No, she went to juvie. She got out.
No, it's Gotham.
She was a minor.
No, it's Gotham. They'll throw minors in prison for 15
No, they don't. As much as Arkham's a revolving door, no, they don't.
It's Frank Miller's Gotham.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, she did like 30 years for skateboarding and punching one guy. Because she's a woman and her mother's a whore.
No. She got sentenced to 30 years. She got out after 15 for like servicing guards or something. It's Frank Miller.
Your mother's a whore.
You never know.
Well, no, that would be Zack Snyder. If you've ever seen Sucker Punch, if you know, you know.
Oh my!
Lubricated eels are the best. I mean, that movie is a study in misogyny if I ever saw it.
Frank Miller.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give this series overall a gentleman's D as in dog minus.
Oh my. Okay, so it is low. I was going to say on a scale of 1 to...
Your mother's a whore.
Oh, your mother's a whore and she gave me syphilis, for sure. I remember this so much more fondly, but like I said, my prefrontal cortex wasn't developed at the time, and I was kind of still like bitter about like what Batman had become, like Bat God, and so this is like taking Batman down. He definitely takes Batman down a peg in this one. Hey-o. And but like the Robin thing just really threw me on the reread. This is utter disdain of like everybody in the DC universe. Like, why are you even here, sir? I
think the prefrontal cortex thing is correct because, I remember when I was younger liking Year One and Dark Knight, the first Dark Knight Returns and stuff.
Yeah, we like it because we were told we were supposed to like it. Like, I don't even know anymore.
That and again the undeveloped prefrontal cortex. Because when I got to this, I was a little older than you when it was new, and I just remember thinking, "Ooh, yeah, there's stuff here." Ooh.
Yeah.
Really,
like a couple of icks in here for sure.
So yeah, what's my grade? Yes, this is series. Yes, you can't read this series, but just be prepared. This will give your brain Gotham herpes.
Your mother's a whore.
Yeah, I feel like I've been drinking that Gotham Harbor water for my whole life at this point. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, there's some good things but they just get cluttered by the Frank Millerisms, I guess.
Yeah, and again, it's like, even if you can ignore all that, it's like, we really didn't develop any of these characters.
At all. It was so, like I said, everything was so surface level.
And it was
I just kept waiting for them to go back to it and, like, really flesh some things out.
And it's just, and it dragged in parts too. I'm like, how long did Batman and Robin spend in that car?
It was like three issues, right?
Yes.
Am I
Life was moving on, and they're still in the car.
It's like some terrible Batman 66 episode.
I mean,
it's the bottle episode. They're just in our car.
Remember, it's like Dick Grayson was reported missing. His picture is printed on milk cartons. Which, okay, Frank Miller, you're old, but it's like he's still in that car. Come on, jeez.
Life moves fast in Gotham.
I'm going to take you to the European Batcave, the Londinium Batcave.
Oh God, yeah, I remember loving this, and this like if you asked me like 15, 16 years ago, it probably would have been a solid B+, B-, but like wow.
Now she's giving it a solid D.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
A gentleman's D-, mind you.
Oh my! Oh, a D-, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It hasn't taken the pill yet. Okay.
But I mean, that's just the story. I really do enjoy the art, although
the art's
for the most part are kind of weird.
Yeah, but the art's beautiful. I mean, well,
it's like such a shame. The story Jim Lee's art gets stuck with the story. It's kind of like Mark Bagley being stuck with dance. It's like, well, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, it's like people might be on the borderline of picking this up, so let's throw the best artists we have on it. Yeah,
like literally synonymous with Spider-Man art.
Kids, it's Jim Lee drawing a woman's butt. Yeah,
and boobs. Like, let's not forget.
Well, Vicky Vale butt and Black Canary, pretty much everything. Yeah, she kicks really high, kids.
Yeah, no, I will say I did enjoy like rereading it just to roast it, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, it could have been something. Like I enjoyed like the premise of like him and Vicky going on a date. She gets all dressed up and they end up at the circus, right? Like that's funny.
And it's so weird. I know, but that's so weird. It's like they go on this first date and then it's like they never interact again.
Yeah.
Well, again, after that night, we really don't get a ton of Vicky Vale either. So, but. Again,
in the fridge somewhere.
After that circus, do we get any Bruce Wayne? No.
Well, and that's quite normal for this era of Batman.
I guess, but
that Batman to Bruce Wayne ratio. I mean, have we ever actually really recovered from this story? Like, I feel like we have so little Bruce Wayne. It's all Batman.
I know,
all
but
the time.
at least sometimes. I mean, they at least have him make a token appearance sometimes. But it's like, yeah.
And when we do get a Bruce Wayne story, he's got amnesia or he's run away. Like, be so serious right now. Like, think about it. Like, the last 6 years, that's pretty much any time when there's like an actual Bruce storyline. That's what it is.
Or he's making a doctor's appointment.
Well, the plot resolver.
Oh, Justin still giggles when I say Doctor Plot Resolver. He knows that's yours. He's like
paging Doctor Plot Resolver.
Wait.
Talk about the women of color in the Bat Family's books. It's not a good track record.
I was gonna say you have an extra 30 seconds. Okay. Doctor,
just turn your head and cough.
It's like the memes. Doctor Plot Resolver. The plot.
The resolution.
Oh. Doctor Plot Resolver.
Let's talk about Free Comic Book Day.
Yes.
So how was I'll let you go first. How was your Free Comic Book Day?
Honestly, I'm ashamed to say I didn't even make it to a comic shop because we went to the movies to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Philip,
I know.
You're gonna have to get your nerd card revoked.
Hey! I spend a good amount of money at least once a week in my local LCS, so it's not like I'm not supporting my local LCS. So, I might. I know it's not Free Comic Book Day, but Luke and I may go out tomorrow. I mean, my shop's usually closed on Sundays, but I know at least one or two others that are open on Sunday. So.
It's not the same, Philip. It's not the same.
I know, but I'll spend money, so that's at the end of the day, that's the point. That
Yeah, I guess.
Well, anytime you.
Yeah, it's not been what it's been. Like I feel the same. Like when the last time that I went to like Comic-Con, it's because like everybody else has their own convention now. Like Disney just totally didn't even bother. Like the last 2 or 3 years haven't. Well, because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
That really kind of escalated the situation because Disney had slowly been pulling back and waiting to put, all their Marvel stuff at D23. And DC had tried that whole hand at whatever the hell they thought that Fan Expo crap was. Big old flop. Nice try, but big old flop.
Well, I just want, like, Free Comic Book Day isn't worth it anymore because it's just, again.
That's what I was getting to. So 43 books. 43 books. There were, hold on.
But that's the thing. Like, the whole premise, okay, kids, I don't know if you know this, but yeah, I mean, it's supposed to draw, business into these local shops, but it's like, and you get, like, these free comics. But I believe my guys told me before, like, they have to, like, the owners have to pay to, like, for, like, shipping on those. So it's like they are not free for the stores.
Well, and that's the whole point. Like, they're supposed to have artists come in to draw in the crowds to buy additional stuff that the artist does. So it's like a whole dog and pony show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the comic book shop that I went to this year, a lot of the artists were just kind of dead and glassy-eyed.
Yeah.
The ones that were, like, pitching, like, the main two I noticed specifically, like, anybody who's, like, really depending on Marvel and DC, like, the content, the creator-owned guys were just as happy as could be, right? Because that's just pure profit and cash in hand.
If you're working for the big two, I don't think you're making any big money off.
So it's like, and then I think that's just this generation, like, there's a couple of people, like the older guys, like, when, I wouldn't say, like, on Free Comic Book necessarily, but, like, when you're at, like, say, another con or an artist alley or stuff, and they really, like, talk to you, and you're like, oh, I really love this panel, and they'll give you, like, a little story or whatever. Like, these new guys are just not like that. It is all business, and they don't care. Next, move on. And that's just really not how you build a fan base. Like, it's not my business to tell them. I'm not their business manager. But, a couple of reviews, and nobody's going to ask you to come back to a Free Comic Book Day. That's all that I'm saying. You gotta fake it till you make it sometimes, And
again, like, especially anymore, it's like, and another thing is, like,
book selection was just
and again, like, especially with the big two, it's always like they use it as, like, an advertisement for, hey, look what's coming up, look what big events coming up.
They should. That's the whole point, because May, it's right before those summer events that we always have, right?
Yes.
That's the whole thing.
Yes.
So,
but again, they try to drive new business into the stores, but it's like, if you're not, like, a regular comic buyer, are we getting
that's
any?
Not true. There were a lot of people that were just, like, real plebs, real newbies.
Oh, really?
Came in
to
buy Funkos and get signatures to sell on eBay, things like that.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
And so they're still in the store having to buy the comic book that the guy wrote, right?
Yeah.
And Funkos for artists to put the little signature and the little picture on. Some of them that do that,
Yeah.
I have a couple of those.
No, that's good.
That like I said, it's a whole dog and pony show. It's a real, what do they call it, cottage industry, if you will. But, like, the vibes were just off. But I did have a really cute interaction with this little girl that was in front of me with her parents. Clearly, the dad was, like, the comic book nerd, and the mom and daughter just kind of, like, there to get the extra copies, right? And
I would know nothing about that.
And it was just so cute. I'm picking up my books, and she's like, oh, what are you getting? And I'm like, I got this and this. And I go, oh, here's one. It's Lois Lane, Girls Taking Over. And then I was like, oh, Smurfs is really good. That made a resurgence. And I was like, I don't know if this is too scary for her. She was like 4. And so I asked her mom, I was like, can she do Garbage Pail Kids? They're making a comeback. And so, like, I helped her pick out her little book.
Aww.
It's really cute. I hope she, like, reads them and gets into them. I hope her dad doesn't scare him off, because she wasn't really, like, explaining stuff, and I was kind of, like, explaining stuff to her, like, who the characters and stuff.
See, kids, that biological clock is taking Lilith needs to be a grandma in the worst way.
No. We need new comic book fans.
Well, that
like,
too.
We need people giving money to Social Security. We need new comic book fans. Oh, and I gave her the Amazing Spidey friend. I was like, oh, do you watch this? And she saw the little plushie that's on my keychain. And I was like, yeah, I watch this show too. Don't tell anybody. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll read this one. And that's the one that was really cute. It's put up at Disney Junior.
Mm-hmm.
And it has, like, the activity pages. But that was the only one that I really saw that was, like, for all ages, like, specifically driven at, like, younger kids. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, what's the whole point? Like, when my generation dies, I don't know. Like I said, most kids on TikTok, they illegally download their comic books. So I think they need to be aware that piracy is a thing, man.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, like, yeah, I guess they're going to be super, super dependent on movies, and people are going to have superhero movie burnout fatigue. That bubble's going to pop. I know everybody likes to pretend like we're in denial, but it is going to happen, and it's going to happen very soon.
Oh, speaking of, yes, we did see Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and there was a trailer for the Marvels.
Was it good?
Oh, I mean, it looks decent. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson's in it for I don't know how long too, but
probably like 5 minutes.
But we did. It seemed very Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan top heavy.
Well, we all know this,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, at least that's what the trailer was.
The best thing that I would do.
At least that's what
I was Marvel. I would kill Captain freaking Marvel in the first 15 minutes.
At least that's what the trailer was focusing on more. Those two.
I'm just saying, if they were smart, that's what they would do. Kill her off in the first 15 minutes. I mean, because honestly, that's probably what's going to set Monica's story in motion or something like that, right?
You would think, yeah.
That makes the most sense, but some of the Marvel MCU movies don't make sense. Look at you, Amazing Spider-Man.
I guess the three of them, their powers get intertwined or something, so when they use their powers, they like swap
Captain
places.
Planet, he's a hero. Great.
No, they like swap places because, like, one's,
Oh yeah, okay, I know this.
Yeah, because they get like
kind of referencing.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. I mean, I think that's. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't even excited to see Wakanda Forever either. So like,
really?
I don't think I've been excited to see a Marvel movie since that first Black Panther movie. Like, that was a real like cultural moment, touchstone. But like, everything after that for me is just like whatever. When is this whole house of cards going to come crumbling down? I mean, I don't want it to happen. That's going to be very bad for the industry and the business, but I am tired of the same damn thing. Something has got to freaking change. Somebody's got to stand up and be real for a second.
Yeah, forget the cookie cutter method, kids. Yeah,
I mean, that's how they've been able to crank so much out.
Yeah, but it was like, that was the strength of the MCU in the beginning. It's like, you had, like, every movie was like a different, like, flavor,
it was a different quote-unquote genre, but it was pretty much the same, especially the origin stuff. With the exception of Iron Man. I think Iron Man was, like, the most, like, different origin story out of everybody. Well, him and Captain America, obviously, because their stories are a little different.
Well, is that the other thing, too? It's like, it's more directionless, but, we don't have, like, our Robert Downey Jr. now, so we need...
Yeah, there's, like where are they pinning all their hopes on freaking Tom Holland?
And I don't even know when the next.
Are we really pinning all our hopes?
I don't know when the next Spider-Man movie's come out. No, supposedly it was going to be Jonathan Majors' villain Kang.
Allegedly, he's innocent. So I mean,
like that means anything at all?
But
like
once you have that taint,
the court of public opinion. Yeah, does that mean anything?
I mean, Marvel let Chris Pratt come back, so apparently it doesn't really mean much to them.
That's true.
But I mean, like I said, I was like, him and Ray Fisher, they're gonna be golfing buddies with OJ pretty soon here. And y'all know I love OJ, so.
Me too, and I love my head where it's at. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, oh god, how can they give Jonathan Majors crap when Ezra Miller is about to have a movie in a month?
Well, that's the difference between DC and Marvel, right? That's the only time I've literally seen DC slide into the skid and not give one freaking jot me. Like, it is blowing my mind that movie's coming out.
I mean,
and like I hate to be that person. Like, we have to do the review for clicks and views, but like it's just burning my goose a little bit.
Did you see?
I'll be real honest with you.
Did you see? I guess was it a production designer or something said, "Oh, this movie's so good, everyone will forget about Ezra Miller. What Ezra Miller's done." It's like, really?
I won't.
Really?
But I literally pretty much have tattoos that says "Never forget, never forgive" in Latin. So maybe that's just me.
Yeah,
I'm a salty petty queen.
One, I don't think that's true, and two, even if it were,
that's out of touch.
How would you say? You're on record saying that. It's like, oh yeah,
and you'll never work in this town again, but that's embarrassing, bro. Like I said, it is a difference of culture at DC, but like the fact that this movie's, they put all their eggs into that basket. I get it.
I wonder if
it's probably like I said, it has to be a Michael Keaton clause. Like, well, even if we don't put it out, we might as well put them out.
That, and I wonder if like the Flash movie has to come out because that's gonna be the one that reboots the universe to the James Gunn stuff.
I don't think so, though.
No?
That's the crazy thing, because I know they didn't. They were done recutting that movie way before he was announced.
I guess, yeah.
But like, I guess it's like a farewell to the universe, and we can all just like, but like, I'd much rather just James Gunn say, well, no, we all know none of it's connected, right? All the fans are way more savvy than say when Superman Returns came out, right?
Yeah.
Where they didn't know they had to watch the downer cut that hadn't been released in 20, 30 years. You know, like, we're a little better off on that front now, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I literally had an all Marvels outfit on, and my friend's like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, shh, I can't let anybody know now. I'll get mobbed.
No one can know my secret. Snap.
Exactly. Like, I literally had like a Marvel hat. I had like the whole Marvel like sweatsuit. Even my socks were like Punisher, bro. So.
Lilith was undercover.
Yeah, I was undercover like Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man 3. So bad, man. I was just like, yeah.
Oh,
dude. Yeah, even the Funkos are kind of have slowed down on like the Marvel stuff. Have you noticed?
Kinda, yeah. Well, they probably.
I saw a whole bunch of them on clearance.
Well,
like,
what do you think?
That last Avengers stuff, like, the newest stuff was actually on clearance at one of those Walmarts that I popped into today.
Do you think they just don't want to take a bath on stuff like they did on Eternals?
I don't know. But like, they're moving. They've been moving like a lot of the Disney merch really fast through like Walmart and Target. I
mean, is there a trench somewhere in the bottom of the ocean full of Eternals merchandise?
Right next to E.T. Right next to E.T. the video game. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I think that Disney, like as a shareholder, like I'm actually a little worried about Disney. They're really putting on a brave face, but the parks aren't doing good. Disney Plus isn't doing good. Ant-Man didn't really put the money in for the quarter that they thought it would. Actually, Wakanda Forever didn't put money in the coffers like they thought they would either.
Well, I've heard at least a couple people I know
they're pinning all their hopes on Daredevil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I've heard a couple people like at work and stuff saying, it's like, I'm like, oh, you're going to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 this weekend. They're like, no, we're behind. So, we're going to sit home on this.
Yeah, it's so much now.
Yeah. Cause they're like, oh yeah, we still have to watch Wakanda Forever and we're going to watch, Ant-Man. So they're like, yeah, we'll watch it once we catch up. And it's just like, so it's like, that's hitting your box off.
On Disney Plus in like 90 days.
Yeah, it's hitting your box off. Yeah, that's the other thing. With the 90-day turnaround, or with some of them sooner, Shazam. People.
30-day turnaround. No, DC is pretty much at a 30-day turnaround.
Yeah.
At this point.
And people are just, like, why go to the theater? It's going to be on the HBO Max or something.
Movies like Ant-Man, I will argue that Ant-Man does need to be seen because we're in the we're in the quantum realm and stuff. That definitely should be seen in a movie.
Oh yeah, big screen, yeah.
Effects were great.
Yeah.
But like Wakanda Forever, totally don't need it. I mean, the surround sound helps for the water scenes with the siren song and stuff. But like that's just atmospheric. It doesn't really affect the story. But yeah, I'm not even like the hugest Ant-Man movie trilogy. I'm bitter about that.
Yeah, but
I will say you probably do need to see that particular movie on at least a very big screen or projector if you have it.
Yeah.
So, I'm kind of over superheroes, to be quite honest. I really am, like, from the big two specifically. Like, I'm just, like, really at a point with these two companies because it's just more the same. It's like the writers hate the fans or something.
Looking at you, Zeb Wells.
A lot of people, like...
Oh, yeah.
Not to name names because some of them have been on the show, but...
Oh, my!
It's like they got their fame and they're like, yeah, see, I know my stuff and now I can do what I want. And guess what? I want to bleep your favorite character into non-existence.
Well,
my old Brian Michael Bendis way.
Well, it's always weird because it's like you can't steer too far in that skid because everybody wants to be like, oh, I want to do the take that no one's done before, but sometimes
it's a reason why nobody's done the take before. Nobody wants it, babe.
Yeah, if you go too far out field, and it's just like, oh yeah, like you said, there's a reason people haven't done that take.
And I'm afraid that they're gonna let. I mean, there's no tea, no shade to like. There's been. Well, I'd even say like I don't think it's a secret that it's been like really, especially in the last like 4 or 5 years at DC. Like I don't trust the executive leadership on editorial at all, at all. So I feel like a writer like very much like Brian Michael Bendis is gonna come along like, oh, I got this great idea, it'll sell 1 million copies, see, and like a lot of them aren't as seasoned or well versed. They're just they're paper pushers. They don't have the experience. And that's the one thing that like I said, that like the difference of the industry now where like everybody kind of made their bones and they loved and appreciated the art form. Now it's just like a business. Like, yeah, I got my foot in the door. I'm just doing this until I can get my creator own thing off the ground so I can make some real money. Da 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 da. Like, it's just very much like, it's like the YouTube method of, you know, okay, I need to get 100,000 followers to get a sponsor, to get da 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 da. Now I'm on like some low level Disney show, you know. Like, or like, you know, I'm on like, you know, I got a cameo on Law and Order or whatever it is, you know. An Instagram model gets like a hair contract or whatever it is. Like, it's just very formulaic now, and like, it's just, I just really saw behind the curtain today, and it just really opened my eyes, and it really like kind of solidified the things that I've been feeling about modern comics lately, right? And I just, at least I still have my Archie. Archie will never make me feel that way.
But speaking of the movies, did you see supposedly Amber Heard has left Hollywood and is living in Spain now?
As she should. I'm surprised Spain would have her.
I think she's just keeping it low.
She's not living in like, well, she can't afford Monaco. She can't afford Spain, I didn't think. But...
Well, I think she's laying low for a couple of years so people forget about her crappy behavior.
Not a chance. She really set the women's victim stuff back a while, so yeah, we should never let Amber Heard be forgotten. Don't appreciate it.
Never forgive, never forget.
Yep, that's my motto.
Fiber Queen.
Anyway, yeah, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. Like, I like the old stuff, and some of the new stuff is good, but most of the new stuff that's coming out is from like, boom, IDW. Dark Horse is kind of falling off. They might want to pick that up. And like a lot of these other like really newly minted like indies, like, you know, you got Vault, AWA, you got just so many like Zenscope's not really new, but like people like that, like, this is like gonna be the future of comics. I feel like the big two are just so out of touch. That's my prediction. You better start liking anime, kids, because that might be all we have.
Alright. Anything else?
No, I know you got a whole nother show to do.
I have another show to do.
My favorite biscuit.
Taste the biscuit. Alright, hold on, put up the schedule.
So give the kids the homework.
Yes. Here we go. We are the night.
Batman podcast. It's a reflex now.
Ray's like
it's
it's
like
Ray's like
man thing. Oh boy.
Ray's like it's an allergic reaction. All right, kids. Yes, next week it'll be the end of the month. So, yes, your favorite good babysitter will be back. The aforementioned biscuit, Justin. Yes, to talk Batman 503 and 504 and Catwoman 6 and 7. Right,
wow.
Right, smacking Night Search. Yes.
She doesn't like her Batman. Her Batman blonde. Sorry, bud.
Selena Kyle meets a very horny virgin, Jean-Paul Veth.
I can agree with that take.
That's literally the take. And then in 2 weeks, yes, we start Daddy Issues June.
Yeehaw!
Week 1, yeah. Well, the first 2 weeks we'll talk some Joker's Daughter. So yeah, week 1 we'll talk Batman Family 6, 8, 9, 16, and 19. We got 6 and 9 and 16 and 19 in there, Lil.
I know.
Hey-oh. Lil's like, what do you think I asked for it? Hey-oh. All right, week 2, Detective Comics 482 and 43. And then week 3, yes, we'll get to the daddy issue himself. Flashpoint Batman, Night of Vengeance 1 through 3.
Play the drop.
We have a daddy issue drop? Oh.
Flashpoint Batman drop.
Wait, what?
Your mother's a whore!
Well, yeah, that too.
I'm lost. Wait, what Flashpoint Batman drop? Oh, wait. Are you talking about
Batman? My favorite character.
Flashpoint Batman, my favorite.
In any universe.
Flashpoint Batman, my favorite daddy character.
Batman, my favorite character. Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, I got you. Flashpoint Batman.
This is the kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
He got there eventually, kids.
Hey-oh!
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Little pig, let me in.
Okay, I'll keep those on hand for that episode.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Little pig, let me in. Definitely, you're gonna have that on standby.
Remember Flashpoint Kids, where Batman had literally banged the Joker.
I'm just saying, subtext is there, kids. I don't just pull it out of my...
Whoa! All right.
Getting a fan fiction, the kernel of truth has to be there.
All right, kids. So send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, so the Patreon. Please subscribe. Find it all at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. All right. And remember, kids, if you want to talk to Lilith Hellfire on social media, you can find her at
The whole family can suck it.
You can find her at
The whole family can suck it.
.com. That's
The whole family can suck it.
.com.
Was that one?
What?
Friendsandfansonly.com? Onlyforfans.com?
There you go. When are you gonna start that?
There's too much stuff going on. But no, like I said, I'm on Facebook occasionally. You can see my free comic book day haul that I'm gonna post tomorrow.
A video?
Maybe.
Oh, I missed the videos. Oh yes.
Maybe.
She put something up. You just see. You cut to a dog gun.
That's my biscuit buddy.
Only for fans. Yes. Come chat with it. Come chat with a busty pal. Meanwhile, it's a shirtless Charlie Esser.
Show me a pole and I'll dance on it.
My knockers are fully frosted.
Look at my butt.
We're not doing Nightwing.
Hey.
A sexually adventurous freak. Because it was, bitches.
That's right, kids. Thank you for joining.
Drunk Charlie. We gotta love him.
Thank you for joining us on this All-Star Batman and Robin journey.
Pure Miller Mayhem.
Be-
I must say.
Because it was horse. Again,
nobody got out unscathed, bro. Nobody.
Everyone's a hole in this story. That's all right, kids. Speaking of, next week, come back for the biggest hoo-ah of them all, Jean-Paul Valley.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think you're doing that too.
And again, you want more busty women? Yes. At least the Catwoman issues are drawn by Jim Balance. So
Jim hubba.
I feel this sudden urge to play basketball. Hey-oh! That's alright, kids. So come back next time for all the busty fun. But until then, join us same bat time.
Same bat channel.
We are the night.
We are the night. Batman Podcast. And don't you forget it.
And remember, never forget, your mother's a whore. Good night.